Pork belly, known for its rich flavor and high fat content, is often celebrated as a decadent treat, especially within carnivore diets, which focus exclusively on animal-based foods. For those following such diets, pork belly is often considered the epitome of indulgence, providing a substantial amount of fat that aligns well with the low-carb, high-fat philosophy of this eating style. The crispy skin and tender, fatty meat offer a satisfying experience for many, and it's easy to see why pork belly has gained a following among carnivores seeking a fatty, energy-dense food. However, while pork belly may seem like a perfect fit for those looking for a calorie-dense, high-fat source of energy, it's essential to weigh the potential health risks and the limitations of relying on pork belly as a primary food source. First and foremost, the primary appeal of pork belly lies in its fat content. For individuals on the carnivore diet, which eliminates all plant-based foods and carbohydrates, fat becomes a crucial macronutrient for providing energy. Pork belly delivers this in spades, with its high levels of both saturated and monounsaturated fats. While fat is an essential nutrient and is required for proper cell function, hormone production, and energy metabolism, the type of fat present in pork belly, particularly its saturated fat content, can be problematic when consumed in excess. Saturated fat has long been linked to an increased risk of cardiovascular disease, including heart attacks, strokes, and high blood pressure. Even though recent studies have begun to question the absolute risks of saturated fat, many health experts still advocate for moderation, especially when it comes to cuts of meat as fatty as pork belly. Excessive intake of saturated fat from pork belly can lead to higher levels of LDL cholesterol, commonly known as bad cholesterol, which is a major contributor to the buildup of plaque in the arteries and subsequent cardiovascular problems. Moreover, consuming pork belly regularly can contribute to unwanted weight gain and obesity. While fat is a necessary macronutrient, it's also calorie-dense. Pork belly's high caloric content can easily lead to a caloric surplus, especially if not balanced with physical activity. A diet heavy in pork belly without appropriate caloric control can result in significant weight gain over time, which increases the risk of developing conditions like type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, and metabolic syndrome. Additionally, because the carnivore diet encourages eating high-fat foods like pork belly without much regard for portion control, individuals may inadvertently consume far more calories than they require, which can exacerbate weight-related health issues. Despite the apparent energy boost that pork belly can provide, it also has nutritional limitations. The high fat and protein content of pork belly comes at the expense of other essential nutrients. While it's rich in certain vitamins and minerals, such as B vitamins and selenium, pork belly lacks critical nutrients that are typically found in plant-based foods, including fiber, antioxidants, and certain vitamins like vitamin C. The absence of fiber in pork belly can lead to digestive issues, such as constipation, which is common among those who follow strict carnivore or zero-carb diets. Fiber is essential for maintaining a healthy gut microbiome, regulating bowel movements, and supporting overall digestive health. Without fiber, individuals may experience discomfort, bloating, and irregularity. Over time, a lack of dietary fiber can lead to more serious issues like diverticulosis, hemorrhoids, and an increased risk of colorectal cancer. Additionally, the absence of antioxidants in pork belly is concerning, especially considering the role antioxidants play in protecting the body from oxidative stress and inflammation. Oxidative stress, caused by an imbalance between free radicals and antioxidants, has been linked to a range of chronic diseases, including heart disease, cancer, and neurodegenerative disorders. Plant-based foods, particularly fruits and vegetables, are rich in antioxidants, but the carnivore diet, which excludes all plant foods, fails to provide these essential compounds. Regular consumption of pork belly, along with other animal products devoid of antioxidants, can leave the body more vulnerable to cellular damage and chronic illness. While animal products like pork belly provide valuable nutrients such as protein and fat, they lack the protective qualities that antioxidants offer, which could lead to long-term health consequences. The high sodium content in pork belly is another significant concern. Many pork belly preparations, especially those that are cured or smoked, are heavily salted to enhance flavor and preservation. Sodium, in excess, can contribute to high blood pressure, fluid retention, and increased strain on the kidneys. For individuals already predisposed to hypertension or kidney disease, consuming large quantities of high-sodium foods like pork belly could exacerbate these conditions. Elevated blood pressure is a major risk factor for heart disease, and over time, excessive sodium intake can contribute to cardiovascular complications and kidney damage. Furthermore, pork belly, like other fatty cuts of meat, is a source of cholesterol. While dietary cholesterol doesn't affect all individuals equally, some people are more sensitive to it, and excessive cholesterol intake can raise blood cholesterol levels, increasing the risk of heart disease. While the body produces most of the cholesterol it needs, the cholesterol found in foods like pork belly can contribute to an unhealthy lipid profile, particularly in those who already have a predisposition to high cholesterol or heart disease. The environmental impact of consuming pork belly regularly should also be considered. Pork production, like all animal farming, has a significant environmental footprint. It requires large amounts of water, land, and feed to raise pigs, and the production of pork contributes to greenhouse gas emissions, including methane, which is a potent contributor to climate change. For individuals concerned about sustainability, relying heavily on animal products like pork belly can exacerbate the environmental challenges associated with meat consumption. As demand for meat increases, so does the strain on natural resources, making it essential to consider the broader impact of dietary choices on the planet. Lastly, while pork belly may be enjoyed by many as a flavorful and satisfying food, it is not a sustainable or ideal choice for everyone. For those with certain pre-existing health conditions, such as heart disease, high cholesterol, kidney problems, or hypertension, consuming pork belly regularly can be detrimental to their health. The high saturated fat content, cholesterol levels, sodium, and lack of essential nutrients from plant sources may compound existing health problems and contribute to the development of new issues over time. In conclusion, while pork belly may be a tempting option for those following a carnivore lifestyle, its high fat content, particularly the saturated fats, presents significant health risks, especially when consumed regularly. The lack of fiber, antioxidants, and other essential nutrients commonly found in plant-based foods further limits its nutritional value. Additionally, the environmental impact of pork production and the potential for weight gain and cardiovascular issues are important factors to consider. For individuals adopting the carnivore diet, it's crucial to understand the potential long-term consequences of regularly consuming pork belly and to be mindful of the possible health risks associated with this indulgent, fatty cut of meat.